Welcome back for day 6. We're getting to the end here. Hopefully we've got some good results going. And I encourage you to write into me. Let me know how it's going. Drop some answers below. So today we're working on the circle of equals. And I will be paraphrasing from the Gospel of Mary. In every nature, in every form, the spark of the divine dwells. Today, we arrive at a teaching that feels simple on the surface, yet has been one of the most threatening ideas to the hierarchical religion throughout history. It is the teaching of circle, not metaphorically, but literally. The way of gathering, learning, and remembering that Mary Magdalene lived and taught, and that the early church worked very hard to dismantle. Mary did not teach from a throne. She did not claim authority over others. She did not elevate herself above the community. Her wisdom moved through conversation, shared presence, listening, and mutual recognition. She taught in circles, often in homes, caves, and hidden places, where every voice mattered and every person was understood to carry a divine spark of the feminine. When Mary would travel with Jesus and all the other disciples, she had women that were following her, and they had responsibilities as women. They would do the clothes work and the cooking and making sure that the group of men had bedding and whatnot. But she wasn't just a silent witness. She was also teaching the same things that Jesus was teaching to the crowds, to the women in her circles, where they would sit in community together and talk about where they would sit in community together. This mattered deeply because a circle removes the hierarchy. There is no above or below. No one stands closer to God than the other. And when people, especially women, gather this way, something ancient begins to stir. Since the beginning of time, we have heard that women would hold circle in order to share wisdom from the older women in the circle down to the younger women. It was a way that they would come together and learn from each other. So the church feared this, not because circles were chaotic, but because they were coherent. Circles create resonance. They allow truth to emerge through the reflection rather than authority. They dissolve the need for intermediaries between a person and the divine. When women gather in circles, memory returns, not intellectual memory, but embodied memory. Remembering that we have always known to listen, and how to heal, and how to listen, and how to witness one another without judgment. This is why women's gatherings have been suppressed again and again throughout history. From the witch trials to the deconstruction of priestess traditions to the policing of female-led spiritual spaces, the pattern is the same. Circles make people sovereign, and sovereignty is dangerous to systems built on control. Day 6 invites us to remember something we may not have words for yet, but likely feel in our bones. We were never meant to walk this path alone. Awakening is personal, but it is not solitary. We rise in relationship. Take a moment now to sit comfortably. Let your body settle. Place one hand on your heart and feel its steady rhythm. Let yourself sense the quiet presence of others. Women you've known, women you've never met, women who walked this path long before you. Softly say out loud or to yourself, I belong. Let the words land, especially if part of you resists them. I belong. Imagine yourself standing in a wide circle. Around you are women from different times and places, some ancient, some modern, some still to come. There is no need to speak. No one is watching you. You are simply held. Notice how it feels to be seen without evaluation, to be witnessed without needing to perform. Ask gently, soul, where have I learned to hide from other women? Where have I learned to hide from other women? Just take a few moments to answer that and have a pause. Then ask, soul, what becomes possible when I allow myself to be seen? Feel the strength of the circle, not loud or overwhelming, but steady and supportive. This is not dependency, this is shared power. If any of you, if you have sat in circle before, you would know as a circle facilitator, we believe that the power of circle is the medicine that women have been missing for a long time. Coming together and sitting in circle, it does a few things. There's no hierarchy. We're all equal. We are all there to witness each other, each other's pain, each other's whatever expression it is. So if it's you learned something new, you have been heartbroken, you are dealing with something, there is someone else in the group that I guarantee has dealt with what you're dealing with right now. And when we sit in circle and listen to others' stories, we often see ourselves in the other. It's a profound feeling of acceptance. It's a profound feeling of knowing that you're not alone. It's a profound feeling of being held and being witnessed. And we feel that circle is something that needs to be brought back into the forefront for women, especially moving forward in these times. The circle is the support, it's the center, it's the nucleus. And if we can get back to holding circle more frequently, trying to think the author's name. I'm going to cut it for a minute. If you've ever read Jean Shinoda Bolen, her book on the millionth circle, where she talks about how to change ourselves and the world to guide to women's circles. It's very short. only about 80 pages, and it talks about the power and the medicine of women meeting in circle. So this is a really incredible book for, let's see, out of curiosity, when it was published. I think 1999. So it's really interesting because 25 years ago, she was writing about circles, and now circles have really kind of risen and come into their own. And but the millionth circle is, she believes that if we can get to 1,000,000 circles, that the world will change from women creating circles. So when you are ready, let the image soften and slowly return your awareness to your body. If we look at the history of women's circles, they've been run for many, many, many centuries in a lot of different cultures. Indigenous people, you see a lot of the circles being held. But Jean Shinoda Bolin, she wrote this book in 1999 of the millionth circle, and this is a really powerful book. It's only about 80 pages, but what she talks about is she believes that if women continue to form circles, we will have the power to change the world. And so she's predicting that if we can hold 1,000,000 circles, we will change the world. So if you have time, pick this book up. It's a great book. So that's it for today, folks. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not it. Oh, you guys almost got off without homework. So the journaling prompts for this is, where in my life do I long for deeper connection? Where in my life do I long for deeper connection? Where have I held back out of fear of comparison or judgment? Where have I held back out of fear of comparison or judgment? And the third and the last question is, what would it feel like to stand in a circle where I am fully seen and fully myself? These are pretty powerful questions, especially the second one, where I have held back out of fear of compassion or judgment. I think that that's a difficult question to ask yourself and to face. I think we don't typically ask that. So this is going to be a really great practice for you. Again, do that in just some free writing. If the message doesn't come to you right away, that's fine. Just keep writing. Whatever comes out on the page is meant to come out on the page. You will recognize it later on. And our affirmation today, so let's slowly say these out loud or quietly to yourself. My presence matters. With your hand on your heart. My presence matters. Your presence matters. We rise together. One more time. My presence matters. Your presence matters. We rise together. And that's it for day 6, folks. I hope you enjoyed that. And we will see you back here tomorrow for the last day of this. I'm kind of sad. I'm really enjoying this. See you soon.